I'm a badger.
Hey everyone, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for another champion build video. Today we will be playing as Braum support because, well, frankly, I'm going to be honest, Braum's super amazing. He's also just ridiculously fun. I'm glad they added another support to the game. I do actually enjoy playing support because, to be honest, like, the support does way more work than the ADC, like, usually. The ADC just needs to farm early, whatever. Their positioning is very important. They need to carry late game, yes. But the support is doing the grunt work. The support's like a nurse, and the ADC is like a doctor. The doctor comes in, gets the credit, and he knows how to do the things he needs to do. But the support does all the hard work and, frankly, does most of the work. So that's a good analogy. It really is. It's accurate, and yeah. So we're going to be playing as Braum. What we're going to do today in this build video is we're going to talk about a little bit of everything when you're playing Braum. Talk about runes, masteries, items, abilities, a little bit of strategy, what you might want to try, items, all types of stuff. So starting off, let's go ahead and cover his abilities so we know what we're talking about as this video continues. So starting off with his passive, that's his concussive blows. Basically, when you standard attack something or hit something with your winner's bite, which is your Q ability, you'll get that proc. You'll see that down below their feet. Once 4 standard attacks hit that champion, they will be stunned briefly. It will also deal more damage to them. Also, pretty awesome. Kind of amazing, super fun. It's a good way to stun pretty much everybody on their team by just standard attacking each person once, and then letting your team standard attack them and stunning them all. It's super awesome. It's kind of amazing, and honestly, probably one of the best things about his kit. Then next is his Q ability. We'll put a point into that at level 1. That is your winner's bite. What happens here is you're going to throw out that little icy thing. It's going to hit them. It's going to slow them. It's going to deal magic damage to them. It scales from your health that you build. It's also going to slow them for 70% for 2 seconds. It decays over time. But it's really nice for getting the ability to then get those passive stacks on them. So that's what we can do. That is your Q ability. At level 2, put a point into your E ability. That is your Unbreakable. That is your big shield. It's a barrier. It's going to interrupt oncoming hostile projectiles for the next 3 seconds and up to 4 seconds as it scales. You're going to take no damage from the first thing that hits you, and then you're going to take reduced damage from the other stuff coming in. You also gain 10% movement speed, so it's great for positioning. Very helpful. Good stuff. It's fun. Makes you happy. Hooray, beer. And then at level 3, put a point into your W ability. This is your Stand Behind Me. It will have you jump to an ally of some kind. You can jump to minions. You can jump to your friends. You will give them and yourself bonus magic and armor resist for a short period, I believe 3 seconds. It's fun. Also amazing for positioning. Braum kind of is, you know how Leona's a super tanky, get in the way, interrupt, get kind of beefy for yourself? He's like a better version of Leona. Although Leona's ult's still pretty awesome. But he also has ways to get in and out of fights better. So here we're going to get into a bit of a fight. We're going to get those passive stacks going off on Lee Sin. He is now stunned up. Now we're going to tag the Ezreal because you can't tag the same person twice in a row. There's a countdown on that. Here, we're going to go ahead and get him stunned up now too. We're going to jump in. Alt. Mega Death Rocket. Hooray. Kill. Fun. And then Nidalee shows up. Who's going to just clean it up? Look at that. Fun stuff. 2 assists. We'll take it. We're up to 4 already. So those are your main abilities, and then finally your ultimate is your Glacial Fissure. Braum slams his shield into the ground. He's going to knock up the first person who is in line with the ultimate. The rest of the people behind it will get slowed. It does do magic damage. And for the next 4 seconds, the Field of Ice remains, slowing enemies that enter the area by 60% for 1.5 seconds. So it's a big slow, and you knock up the first person. If you're wondering about synergies with Braum, Lucian as an ADC is a pretty much GG. Because of his passive being able to get procced with the double shot from Lucian, it's super, super effective. So that works really, really well. Another person that I actually like with Braum, pretty fun, as Lee Sin goes hard in the paint. All right, so Lee Sin goes hard. He's going to get stunned. Ezreal comes in. I block 1 attack with my shield to the side. Unfortunately, they are going to kill Jinx because Ignite is, you know, does a lot of damage. But here, we're actually going to be able to clean up these 2 kills because Braum does, he does damage. There's 1. Hey, look, Ezreal sticking around. Boom, stunned. Increased damage from the passive. And now, we're going to make sure he can't escape the Q, which, if he gets close to the wall, he can't dodge back. So, he dies. Double kill. Braum OP. Yes. Yes, he is. Even after his nerfs. And let's go back, though, to what I was saying, which I don't actually remember. So we're just going to continue on with stuff. So anyways, let's just go back to those abilities quick. Max Q, followed by E, then W. Alt points into it at levels 6, 11, and 16. Now, items. Let's talk about those early on since we've already built a little bit. Early on in the game, we started off with the Relic Shield. We've built it into Face of the Mountain fairly early because you get the cooldown reduction, the health, and the health regeneration. You also have the awesome passive. That's pretty awesome that you can activate and help save lives. It's pretty good. Face of the Mountain is also going to make you a ton of gold from those charges when you're killing minions and sharing gold with your ADC. I make a gazillion gold this game with this item. So here we actually have 4 people bot. We're going to use the alt. We're going to... Nidalee goes a little hard in the paint, but that's fine. We're working on it. We do pick up the kill, though, on Lee Sin, and we pick up a kill on Rammus. We, as a team, then we're going to stun up Nidalee in a second. Apparently, I should just hit her once. Meh. Kill her, and then our mid roams down. So we actually go two kills for 4. Not too bad, actually. And, yeah. So what's happening? So we picked up Face of the Mountain early. Then we also picked up our Sightstone, very helpful with the wards. So we don't have to buy individual wards. Then we can also pick up our Sweeper then once we acquire that item. And it also helps us with this health. Now the reason we wanted these 2 items fairly early is because this way we can then buy a Frozen Heart after we finish most of those items off, because we really need some health to have Frozen Heart be effective. If you just rush it immediately, you don't have very much health. And as much as the armor's good, you'll still get drained because you just don't have any raw health to stay alive. So picking up those 2 items early, very helpful. We've also picked up our boots and some magic resist because I like to build Merc Treads on him. The tenacity is just going to keep me super safe all the time. Here we're going to get into another fight. Actually hit the Q onto Lee in the back, who gets slow. We're going to knock them up. We're going to stun the Rammus. A little bit of a fight here. It's going to be tough. Trying to keep me between my teammates. Unfortunately, we flash out, and then Jinx stutter steps there for a second. We do Q the Ezreal, who does get slowed here. We're going to standard attack Lee. So he starts getting the procs. He'll get stunned up under tower, and he will die. And apparently I got that kill somehow. Maybe because of the stun. And then we're going to pick up a double kill again on these 2 because, yeah. Because Braum does damage. It's that passive damage in that Q. It hurts. I tell you. It hurts. And we're going to go help our Lissandra, and I'm going to get killed. But she at least picks up the kill on a Riven, which is fine. We'll feed our AP carry. That's good stuff for us. That's helpful. So that's what we've done early on with our items. We're going to finish off those boots now into the Mercs. And we'll actually have decent armor now, too, because we picked up another chain vest armor. So I have decent armor and magic resist, and we got a good amount of health, because between Ruby Sightstone, which is finished, and Face of the Mountain, that's 900 additional health. Super good. Very, very helpful, honestly. That health keeps me so beefy that, like, their ADC can't touch me, really. So here's the thing. We're moving in towards the ADC. We're actually going to tag both people at the same time so we can go for either of them. Here, Lee Sin goes hard in the paint. Ezreal is not in position, and look what Ezreal's going to do. He steps on that trap. We're focusing Lee Sin. Ezreal comes up to standard attack me once. Now he's going to get caught out. First off, he shouldn't have stepped on the trap. That was unfortunate. Secondly, why would you attack me? You cannot kill me. So that was good positioning by us and bad positioning by them. But Braum does that. His positioning is a really, really, really strong. So we're going to have to get up that dragon because Darius is mid. Being 0, 5, and 0, whatever. And we're going to continue on with the build because that's what we need to do. So let's talk about our masteries real quick. 0, 16, 14. 16 in the defense helps us get beefy. You can see this in my masteries page videos down below in the description. And then 14 in utility. Now, it's a little bit different. You might be maybe used to seeing 21-9. But the nice thing about picking up 14 for a tanky support, you're able to pick up Greed, Scavenger, and Wealth. And Wealth is that 40 additional gold starting, which I do actually like a lot. And then you get that Greed and that Scavenge, so you get extra gold. Here, I actually leave them to kill Lee Sin because I knew he was all stunned up and they were going to be able to secure that. And maybe I was able to work on Ezreal. Now, I jump in there to try to save Jinx, but this Riven's kind of big at this point. It's got some decent items. And, yeah, it's going to happen. But we still kill her. And we're able to push a little bit. And I think we'll get into another fight. There it is. Rammus comes in, super fed as well. And, yeah, we're blocking out a little bit of damage. There we're going to stun up Ezreal so he can't get to this fight. But luckily, he's low, and then Nidalee's just going to turn around and just slap him in the face, which I'm okay with. and then we'll retreat gracefully from the fight. So yes, for your Masteries, 0, 16, 14. Pretty nice stuff, really. What do we want to talk about next? Items, yes. We finished off the Frozen Heart. Very, very helpful item if you don't know about it. 100 armor, cooldown reduction as well. Lots of mana. Also reduces the attack speed of the enemy champions who are nearby. Very, very good item. But like I said, it's not a great item unless you actually have a decent amount of health behind it so you can stay alive and use it longer. Here we're going to get into another fight. Stun up the sauce boss Nasos. And try to keep any damage between me, soak up whatever I can. And we'll pick up the first kill as a team on Nasus. And now we're just going to keep that Riven stunned up and get her killed. Fun stuff. It's fun being tanky. God, I love tanky supports. Although I love Zyra, she's not tanky at all, but she's a damage support. Also fun. Can't really help Darius there. He's just not very good. Yeah. We also picked up a Giant's Belt that last time back. Now, if for some reason you're a hater to Face the Mountain and picking up a Ruby Sightstone, which for some reason is just the stupidest thing ever if you like hate picking up important things, you could in fact do a Randuin's Omen early, which I don't mind at all actually. It's great, but you would need something with some health because you want health. You're going to be in between the enemy and your teammates. You're going to soak up tons of damage. Your shield does that. You're also beefy as crap. Look at them try to kill me here. Like 4 of them. Now, they eventually peel off me to go for better targets because at this point, maybe they've realized that it's hard to kill me. And I may have baited a couple people to death there, but still, can't be killed. Pick up the beefy items. It's super helpful. Health goes a long, long way, especially once you have some decent items with some resists. But if you just go for resists and no health, you really aren't, like, super tanky because you need some health. Health is super important. Like, look at Rammus. No magic resist whatsoever, but the dude's only died twice because he's got 8 gajillion health in there too. So, yeah, it's fun. Health is important. Can't understate that. So next, let's talk about our runes a little bit. So for our runes, what we're going to do with those is I'm going to draw a blink for a second. I believe it is armor marks. I think it's health or armor seals. Both work great, depending on what you want. And then you can do the magic resist glyphs. And then I actually like movement speed quintessences. I like movement speed on my junglers and on my supports for positioning reasons. It's fun. It's helpful. If you want to do something else, you can do that too. Do whatever fits your playstyle. I play super aggressive Zyra support that runs way too much damage, but it works for me. But if it doesn't work for you, change it. You know, obviously everything is, you know, up for negotiation. So do whatever works best for you. That's what I like to use. It works really well. And yes, so we finished off the Omen. So right here's your core build. Now, if you needed to get something a little sooner, because you were worried about magic damage, luckily they did a Riven mid. They still have actually decent magic damage on their team, just no bursty magic damage. So, but if you needed to pick up some magic resist earlier than that, don't finish off your Omen. Start building towards the Locket of the Iron Solari. Pick up that Aegis of the Legion first, and that'll go a really long way. So there we're just getting our passive on everybody. There then Ezreal went in, got stunned up after Riven made a quick escape, but now she's going to get stunned up because of the passive. So now she's going to get dropped into her Guardian Angel. As she gets up, I'm going to tag her with a Q, which will then in fact slow her, and our team will murder her face. And yeah. So that's kind of the deal. We always take exhaust because it's super strong right now. And positioning is really your most important thing when learning Braum. Obviously, it helps to land your Qs to keep that stun proc, or the available stun proc going on them. Also, the slow's great. But positioning is your main thing. Get that shield up when the damage is coming in. Protect your team by soaking it up. You're going to take the reduced damage anyways, and you're going to be building tanky like this. You're going to be set for doing that. If you soak up all the damage and they kill you, your team should almost be guaranteed to kill them because they will have to have burnt so much to take you out. At this point in the game, we have super minions in bot lane, and this is a close game actually. Look at the gold and the kills. This is a close game. We just need to keep them busy while super minions do work. So that's what we're doing. We're up front. We got that shield up. We're trying to tank whatever we can. They're going for me. I'm jumping over to people, giving them that health and armor, getting between me and the enemy. because that's tough for them to come in. They don't want to come in on me too hard. I finally do get taken out there, but we have done work to them at this point. We're going to clean up too, which is great, and yeah, it's working out. Look at super minions destroying stuff in their base. But that's basically Braum. It's mostly about positioning. It's a big thing. Make sure you get beefy. You're kind of a bully in lane a little bit too. Bring those health pots too if you want to stay alive a bit longer. It's going to work out great. Braum's super fun too, even after his nerf. He's probably one of my new favorite supports. I think he's super fun. So he's also a manly man, which is also great. We needed more of those because Taric supports it's not cutting it for that. But we're gonna win from super minions. If you have any questions about this build, go ahead and throw those down in the comments and ask away. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And until next time, I'll just see you guys in the next build video. Here's one of those things which you need to know when you play against Rengar. This Yi should keep running down away from bushes. Now I can leap to him. He's going to run into another bush, which allows me to, wherever he goes, to leap to him. He should have immediately went down and ran for his middle turret on the bottom side of the map, not into any bushes.